With 4 kids and a dog, keeping my home clean is a constant challenge. Over the past few weeks, I've been using the Eufy E28 robotic vacuum, and it's made a huge difference in how I manage daily mess. Now, if you've purchased a robotic vacuum in the past, you'll know that just like all technology, it just gets better and better. And the upgrades on the Eufy E28 are so impressive that it's made my old robotic vacuum mop that I got just a few years ago outdated because I have less upkeep, less prepping, and less maintenance. And I'll show you all of that in this video. When I'm considering a robotic vacuum that both mops and vacuums, there are a few things that are really important that I consider when trying to decide what to get. First, how well does it clean? And second, how much do I have to do so that it can clean? The Eufy E28 has a detachable portable deep cleaner. It's built right into the robot itself. I've never ever seen this before. This is really unique. So it uses the same clean water tank, dirty water tank, and motor, so it saves me valuable space. Now, if you've watched our channel at all, you know I love me some cleaning tech. I totally geek out about the latest and greatest, which is why I'm doing this review of the Eufy E28, but it also means that I have a lot of cleaning stuff taking up a lot of space. So having a robotic vacuum that also takes the place of another rather large upholstery and spot cleaner is a huge plus for me. I don't need a separate upholstery cleaner anymore. I can just use this one, which is so much more efficient. I can use it to clean stains on my upholstery, my rugs, my carpet, and double bonus, I can even use it when the robot is cleaning the floor. This saved me time because I can address tough stains immediately without having to stop the vacuuming process. So let's talk about how well it cleans. Unlike mopping pads or even the upgraded version, which is 2 spinning pads, the E28 has a roller brush. The roller brush is much more effective at deep cleaning, a feature that I've only seen in a handful of other high-end and expensive vacuum mops. The Eufy E28 uses something called HydroJet technology, which is pretty cool. Let me show you what I mean. As the brush rolls over the floor, it releases a flow of clean water onto the roller as it spins. Meanwhile, on the other side of the roller, it has a little squeegee that collects the now dirty water and delivers it to the dirty water container. What this does is effectively keep your roller clean. Your floor is cleaner because it is only being cleaned by a clean brush and clean water. The roller also applies high pressure with smaller contact points that lifts dirt and stains more effectively. It cleans using iPath LiDAR navigation, which maps out the best cleaning route to get your floors the cleanest. And if it detects a dirtier mess, it will double back and clean it again. The E28 has a staggering 20,000 PA, and 20,000 Pascal is strong. So strong, in fact, that it can pull dirt out of thick carpets, grab fine dust from hardwood, and even lift small screws or pebbles. Now, if you're a pet owner or if you have hair on your own head, you'll really appreciate the tangle-free brushes. The brush roll adjusts depending on whether it's cleaning or docked, and I've noticed it picks up pet hair without getting tangled, which has been an issue with other vacuums that I've tried. It also has duo spiral brushes, one on either side, which gathers in dust and crumbs right into the vacuum. Now let's talk about this cool little elbow thing. With older vacuum models, I honestly would have to sweep the corners and edges before turning on my robot because it would always miss them, and I hate crumbs in my corners. But the E28 has expandable side brushes that extend automatically to clean along the walls, corners, and edges. So you can see how it reaches out to the corners and edges to get it all clean. So a 20,000 PA suction, the HydroJet technology, the roller brush, and tangle-free technology, my floors definitely are getting cleaner. So now that you know some of the best features of the Eufy E28, I want to show you it in action. I'm going to start off with a dry mess, cereal crumbs, a common mess in my house. So when the E28 detects a mess or you set it to spot treatment, it will focus on the mess till it's clean. The 2 spinners collect and bring the crumbs to the vacuum, and then of course it mops up the mess as well. But the crumbs are pretty easy to clean, so let's step it up with a wet mess. Spaghetti sauce. This is where the HydroJet technology really shines. Since it's constantly cleaning the brush in real time as the brush is cleaning, you are left with cleaner floors without streaks. So here we will do the white glove test, and it totally passes. Then finally, let's do a little stickier mess. This is syrup. I was actually a little worried once I had spread the syrup all over the floor because it really was sticky and thick. But the Eufy E28 did a really good job at tackling it. I noticed that it went really slowly over the mess, and I realized that it was taking its time cleaning that area because it was so sticky. Once it was done with the spot treatment, it did look clean, but when I walked over the area, there was still some stickiness there. So what I did is I actually set the Eufy E28 to do one more clean. I just set it to clean that zone, and it did a great job of picking up any leftover stickiness that was left on the floor. And I honestly just need to say bravo to the Eufy E28 for actually being able to get that sticky mess up. Now let's talk about the maintenance, because I love how hands-off this thing really is. The robot is equipped with AIC technology, which allows it to recognize and avoid over 200 types of objects. It even has built-in LED lights to help navigate in low light conditions, so it can clean effectively at any time. The dock is fully autonomous, which means it handles self-emptying, mop washing, hot air drying, and even auto detergent dispensing. Then it dries the roller with temperatures up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps kill bacteria and mold. The dust collector can store 3 liters and supports up to 75 days of cleaning before having to change the bag. If your space has area rugs or has both carpet and hard surfaces, you are gonna love this because you have 3 options. You can set it to avoid rugs or carpets. You can have the roller mop stop spinning and lift up so you don't get water on your carpets, and you can even have it increase the suction on carpets, which is great if you have thick pile carpet like ours. This saves me from having to clean up my area rugs separately. The E28 vacuums them for me. You can operate the E28 manually or use voice control, but honestly, I just use the app. Through the app, I can set no-go zones, create cleaning schedules, and customize modes easily. It also integrates with voice assistants like Siri and Alexa. It supports the Matter protocol, so it fits into any smart home system as well. Another feature worth mentioning is the eco-friendly aspect. 95% of the packaging is recyclable, and it uses valley charging to save energy during recharging. So if you're looking for a robotic vacuum that offers more than just basic cleaning, the Eufy E28 provides both powerful floor washing and portable deep cleaning, all in one unit. Use code Eufy HydroJet to get $150 off until June 13th. If you want an all-in-one solution with the handheld cleaning, I would go for the Eufy E28, but if you are on a budget or if you don't need the handheld, the E25 gives you all of the same features, the 2000 PA suction, the HydroJet system, at a more affordable price. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments section below. Again, I will have the link to the Eufy E28 in the video description along with the discount code. Subscribe to Clean Freak and Germaphobe for more cleaning tips and product reviews, and thanks to Eufy for sponsoring this video.